All right, welcome back. So today we're out here with the Wide X-Maxx Ultimate, and I haven't powered this one up yet. We did the gear swap, the upgraded gear, and we did the Max6 ESC, and we did the Widekit on this. So before you run it, there's a few things that you have to go through. So first thing is program card. We're going to program the ESC to this RC, and then we're going to calibrate the remote. Something you should do anytime you put a new ESC into an RC car. So I let this sit overnight so everything's nice and glued. So we're going to go ahead and power this thing up. I just need to make sure the direction's going the right way. So I don't have reverse. So no reverse. There we go. Yeah, so the settings are off for the controller. That's why it needs to be calibrated. So we're going to get that done. And the ESC is flashing red. Probably because it's not seeing something it's used to. Trim. I'm going to turn multifunction down to nothing. So I'm going to program a few things. So what I need to do is get this thing unplugged, which is going to be kind of hard to get to. So I'm going to just get that out of the way real quick so I can unplug it. Ground is away from me for the fan. So I'm going to get this program card plugged in. Plug our motor wire back in. Then we're going to go ahead and power it up. I'm going to check our items. So one, running mode is set on 2. Forward reverse brake, which is correct. Number 2, LiPo cutoff is set to 1. Auto calculate. Number 3, low voltage cutoff threshold is on 3, which is auto. So we're going to switch that to 2. Hit OK. Number 4, ESC thermal protection is on 105. That should be fine. Motor thermal protection is set to 1, which is disabled. Number 6, motor rotation is correct. Number 7, BEC voltage is on 1, 6 volts. That should be fine. Number 8, max brake force is set to 4, which is 50%. That's where I like it. Max reverse is set to 25%. We're going to switch that to 2, which is, let's see, max reverse 50%. Number 10, start mode punch is set to 3. We're going to set that to level 5. Okay. And then number 11, drag brake is 0. And that's it. We're going to go ahead and power it off. Unplug it. Now the ESC set up to the way I like it. Going to get our fan plugged back in. All right, now that we got that, we're going to go ahead and hold set and power at the same time. So once you do that, your neutral position, go ahead and hit set, full trigger, full brake, neutral. You'll hear it confirm. We're going to go ahead and just cycle it. Now everything should be calibrated and ready to run. Some people were saying, somebody left a comment saying that he couldn't get his Max6 to work with the TQI remote and a Max6. They are calibrated different than the Traxxas remotes. As you see, reverse works now, and it wasn't working when we started, and that's because the calibration was off for this controller. It was seeing the wrong number. So anytime I set up an RC car, first thing I'm going to do is just get everything dialed in, make sure the steering's going the way I want. We're going to add a little bit of AVC. Going to take it nice and easy, just run it a little bit. I might up the brakes a little bit more. Gears are sounding good. Grass is a little wet. Trying to avoid this dog. Not trying to kill the RC yet. Way more stable than the standard X-Maxx. Got plenty of punch. Center diff's probably a little loose. I can pretty much turn at full speed now without rolling over. Let's get TSM down a little bit more. There we go. I feel I can go up on the pinion. Just to get it a little bit more speed with these tires. Definitely a different driving experience than a regular X-Maxx. You can slide it without flipping, which I think is a good thing with the X-Maxx, especially when you got a body clean like this and it's built clean. You really don't want to be flipping over all the time. You just want to, you know, rip, control the RC. Definitely an animal. If you want to front flip it, you're definitely going to have to add some more brake from 50%. Suspension is really soft, even with the spring upgrade with the Widekit. The other sledgehammers I ran on the Widekit would definitely balloon a lot more than these. So we're pretty dialed in. I think I need to change the pinion. I need to go to at least a 20 tooth on the pinion. I would say 22. And I only have a 23. I know with a 22, it will run hot if you're just doing speed runs across like a grass park like this. But if you're just bashing, you won't have any issues. Yeah, the center diff's going to need a little bit of fluid change. It's okay, but it needs more drive off the rear. Traxxas Ultimate. So when you're going to pick yourself up an Ultimate RC, first thing you're going to want to do, head over to the bank.
Well, that's fantastic. A really smart decision, young man. We can put that check in a money market mutual fund. Then we'll reinvest the earnings into foreign currency accounts with compounding interest, and it's gone.
The next thing you're going to want to do, dress with style. Why do you need to dress up and head to the bank? Because Traxxas is going to take all your money.
Yeah, man. Whole out race, man. Whole out jumping jacks. You niggas want to work out, you muscles, you big muscle motherfucker, you.
And they're going to be laughing all the way to the bank.
Account available balance is $12,617,290.56.
Now don't get me wrong, the Ultimate is a great RC, but so is the regular X-Maxx. The regular X-Maxxes, I showed the Widekit on the X-Maxx, and I showed the standard X-Maxx, and I showed the XRT. Everybody was asking me, Earl, well, why did you buy two? Because it's two different setups. The Widekit versus the standard kit. You know, it really shows you guys. And you know, I don't think Traxxas made enough changes to the X-Maxx to warrant it being called the ultimate after setting them up. Do I think it's a cool RC? Yes. Is it going to be rare? Time will tell. Is it stronger than the other X-Maxx? No. I don't think the parts were put on for strength. I think they were to limit some wear issues. But I don't think it's anything that noticeable. It's like this Widekit. I've had this Widekit for a long time now. I bought two of these Widekits. Do I think you can have fun with this RC? I think this RC is for the person who just wants the best of what a company can offer. And Traxxas has done an amazing job with parts on this RC car. Now, do you really want to take an RC car like this and send it 40 feet in the air? I don't think so. How's it going? I just don't think you want to destroy $1,500 plus tax, $1,620 RC plus all the upgrades that we did. I think if Traxxas were to build the ultimate X-Maxx, it would have all their parts on it. The roof slider, the light kit, the Widekit. You know, offer it in some different choices for what people are doing with it. Give them the option to build the ultimate and then sell it to them. Maybe 3 different versions. I know some people talked about a roller. I don't think Traxxas will ever do that. They're the ones that started the ready-to-run RC car because everything was kits. So for a company that started ready to run and really made it popular, I just don't think that they'll ever offer a roller. See, we've been bashing the whole time. I haven't given the RC a break. It's not getting hot. I'm slamming on the brakes. Wheelies, speed run across, jumping out of the park. And no overheat issues. No thermal cut. Really a stable RC. Still soft enough so when you turn, it's picking up that one wheel like a monster truck should. Climbs up curbs. Does everything a monster truck should be doing, in my opinion. I really think it's a blast of an RC car. It has that body rock, unlike the XRT. I think the XRT is more set up for extreme bashing than this RC is. I just don't think that this one's set up for extreme stream bashing with all the aluminum on it. And with the Widekit, I've shown how the Widekit steering is perfect on it. I've shown how the Widekit really makes it stable, but it doesn't give you that out of control feeling to where it feels like you're really doing something. And that's what I love about a standard with X-Maxx. Now, can you make this thing extreme? You can. And I think that's where I lost it on the XRT, is that the XRT, being the Widekit, it was too stable for me. I like being able to control the RC car. I like to be able to save the RC car when it's about crashing and I pull out of it. It just makes me feel like I'm a better driver, that I'm controlling the RC myself, not to where the RC is just so stable, it does everything so perfectly. See, even like jumping out of the park, I'm not worried about running into the concrete blocks over there. I just know that the RC is stable, it's gonna stop, it's gonna do everything I set it up to do. Which is fun, don't get me wrong. Still a blast of an RC car. But is it worth the $2,000 I have into this thing now? I don't know. That's for you guys to decide. For me, if you have the money, go out and get it. If you don't have the money, don't get it. Because remember, they're not going to be around very long. And I truly believe the XRTs are sold out, if not almost sold out. Because remember, each store only gets 4, from my understanding. They get 2 XRTs, 1 in each color, and 2 X-Maxes, 1 in each color. And that's it. So, I don't know how many Traxxas themselves in Texas are allowed to sell, but I know when I was picking mine up, I got the call, or it wasn't even a call. The hobby shop got a call that they were looking for an XRT because a customer was looking for an XRT and they didn't have any available. So like I told you guys before, I wrapped my batteries. I'm going to show you the batteries I'm running. They're real warm. 5200 50C, little tiny packs. These things are tiny. And they operate this RC with no issues. No heat issues. So there we go. Went ahead and ran this this wide one. People wanted to see it run. There it is, set up, running, no issues. I showed you guys how to program it. For the guy out there that was saying you can't, he's having a lot of issues programming it. Like I said, you got to set up your ESC first, but you got to power it up and see what's acting up. Definitely got to do the throttle calibration, and then, you know, brake, rotation, all that stuff has to be set up in these ESCs. And a receiver is just a receiver. It could care less what radio you're using. It's just sending a signal down to the down to the ESC, or taking the input that you're giving it from your finger from that radio and telling the ESC what to do. So if you're having issues, it's not going to be the receiver. It's not going to be Traxxas's radio. It's literally going to be something either installed wrong or you have a setting wrong. Whether it's a setting in the ESC and you need to do it with the program card. You could have your throttle up. I've seen that before. Like I said, I always do it with multifunction all the way to the left so that I don't have any steering inputs or throttle inputs while I'm trying to program it. Keep your RC still. Don't move it around. Don't try to program it when it's loose. Mount everything down Especially with AVC receivers, they like to be mounted in level, and then just go from there. I've seen some people, you know, try to program them on the bench before they actually install the systems and have issues, especially on Spectrum stuff. But just getting it wiped down real quick, get all the mud and grass off of it, because I truly do love the way it looks. I love all the aluminum parts they put on it. And I'm in agreement with everybody out there when it comes to, did Traxxas give us $1,000 worth of parts on this thing? I don't know. What I do know is that I like the RC. I'm not rich, but I'm not poor. I'm not rich, and spending this kind of money does hurt. Especially on an RC that I already have. Especially since I just bought a brand new X-Maxx 2 weeks before this one was released. But there we go. It's a great RC car. Widekit, gears sound good. Sounds better than my standard X-Maxx. I know what the problem is. It's that idler gear to the center diff. It's got some sort of clearance issue, mesh issue, creates a lot of noise. That's something I suggest you fix right off the bat. With my original one, I did pull that off before I even ran it and put the 46 tooth spur in there. So it could be me over tightening it, because when it comes from Traxxas, it's not super tight. So I just backed off the screws a little bit. No shims in there whatsoever. It has the aluminum cap that holds the cush drive idler gear down. Just got a, you know, I want to say a half a turn off each screw from full tight, and the noise went away. But there we go. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you guys on my next video. Next time, we'll get them both out. Both X-Maxx Ultimate. Standard width, wide width. We'll get them up to the BMX track and see how they perform on track. But there we go. Thanks for watching.